Hey everyone, a LEGO Speed Champions add-on for the racing game Forza Horizon 4 was recently announced, and it's already out, and I got it.
I see a world made of bricks. No, listen, and there'd be dinosaurs, and pirate ships, and ghosts, I guess? Yeah, ghosts! We'll build a city and cars just as fast as the real thing. We'll call it Lego Valley. You in?
However, though I had played plenty of the last 5 installments of the more serious Forza Motorsport series of simulation-style racing games, I had not played Forza Horizon 4, the more arcadey, slightly more fun-based version or spin-off of that same game engine from the same company. So I got to start from the beginning. And in the beginning, they put you right into a really nice car and they kind of demonstrate the graphics. So this is actual gameplay here. This is in engine. This is on the Xbox One. It's only being recorded, this footage, at 1080 30, but you can get 4K graphics out of this. I believe it goes up to 60p as well. Maybe it's 60p at 1080 and 4K at 30, something like that. It's really good. And this introductory sequence just lets you get behind the wheel of some different types of vehicles, and they have a lot of driving aids turned on. It's trying to make you feel success, even if you're not really good at driving games just yet. But this is kind of a required part of starting the game. It's the intro. It only lasts for a few minutes, and then they take you to the part where you really start the game from scratch yourself. Now, I love what they did here. For me in particular, wanting to get into the Speed Champion stuff, they gave this option right from the start to fast forward.
Hold on. I'm looking at our list of exclusive drivers heading over to Lego Valley, and your name is at the top of the list.
So there's an intro sequence also for the Speed Champions DLC, which you do have to pay for separately because it's an entire additional product. It's not just adding in a few Speed Champions branded cars or anything. But this really shows you what they've done here. They've created an entire new area, a whole map, and a lot of assets, a lot of builds that go with that, as well as sounds that are Lego inspired sounds, and a few cars, just a few type of cars. I'll get to that a little bit more later on. But the driving dynamics are 100% Forza Horizon, which is derived from Forza Motorsport. So it's good stuff. It really feels good to be driving these vehicles. They still have the realistic engine sounds. You can tune them to some degree as well, and they are completely competitive with and compatible with on the road just regular cars, so not the Lego cars. This is just showing you more of the map. I mean, not everything that they've created here in what they call Lego Valley is made out of Lego, but a lot of it is, and enough of it is to give a good flavor, a good Lego flavor to the whole thing. And as you bust through things, Lego pieces break apart, and there are Lego ramps that you can go off of and everything. Lego people on the sides that are actually not just in these cinematic sequences, but in real time cheering you on and everything. This, however, is the first car that you actually get to own, the first Speed Champions car that you get to own. It's the classic Mini rally version. Of course, I've done a review on this and all the other cars that you're going to see, all the other Speed Champions cars that you'll see in this video. And I expected this to drive like a rally Mini, but it doesn't. This is actually quite an impressive car right out of the box, especially as something to just get started with. It's all-wheel drive. It's S1 class, which is actually pretty high. It's pretty fast, it's quick, and it acts like it has a significantly longer wheelbase than a real classic Mini does. So it's much easier to drive, much more forgiving. You can drive it much more aggressively, and it's actually enjoyable to use this just as a car, forgetting even about the Lego portion of it. Here I'm driving through a section of Lego City that they've built up and they use with a number of different race courses that go around it or through it. And most of the buildings here you will recognize if you are a Lego fan. They are based off the Lego Creator Expert modular series, and it's just one area, just one space of this much larger map. And that's all part of the introductory sequence. Eventually you finish that race. You don't even have to win it. It's just getting you into the excitement of actually racing against other vehicles. And that's really where the DLC begins. Now, there are a lot of LEGO related builds, a lot of recognizable things, official builds around here. The only thing that you can do in terms of customization, the real LEGO building experience, is to build up this space here. This is your own base plate space. It's your home. It's what will be your garage area, your main base. And you can build it up over time by collecting bricks, which are just a different type of commodity that are given to you as rewards for doing things. But honestly, there's never any real building experience for you. This remains primarily a racing game with just some LEGO flavoring that's been added to it with this DLC. What I did not expect at all is that in the regular races, as soon as you start, this is my very first proper race after downloading this DLC and getting straight into it, from start to end. You race against other regular cars with all the regular physics and all the regular AI behind them. By default, they start you with average level AI, and Forza has a great system that they've been developing and tuning for some years now, where they actually collect the driving style data from, if not all, quite a lot of their real players out there, and they determine what makes the characteristics of an average driver, and they put you against AI that is tuned to that. So the other cars will sometimes make mistakes. Some of them will be more or less accurate than others. Some will be more aggressive, and you can change the difficulty level at any time when you're not in the middle of a race, and it'll again take data from all the other players that they pull to try to give you realistic experiences that help you to feel where you are relative to other real Forza drivers. Now, what you're looking at right here is a replay. That's why you're able to see from outside the car, but this is of an actual race. Notice on the car there are some pieces missing. That's another thing that they've done that's very LEGO specific here. They've changed the damage model a little bit for these Speed Champions cars, so that rather than pieces being, or body panels being crumpled up and everything, you actually lose some pieces. Now, after going through a few races, I wanted to see exactly what it was going to take to get access to the other cars in the DLC. That's when I realized that there were only 3 cars in total. The Senna that they give you a little taste of in the beginning, an F40, and the Mini that they end up putting you in. Now, you don't need to use the Speed Champions cars to race in the Speed Champions or the LEGO Valley area on that map. So I just bought another vehicle that I thought would have a nice range of tunes to do some of the additional events to start collecting those bricks that will allow me to unlock the other cars and also to unlock add-ons for my building space. Getting enough distance on this optional jump event here gave me enough total bricks to earn my first build.
Hey, boss. Congratulations! You're ready to begin the first construction of your Lego house. Meet me here.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
You have arrived at your destination.
So now you get to see what appears to be the entirety of the build experience. You press one button, and then this happens. That was a little bit disappointing to me. I was hoping that at least they would have some construction minifigures going around building the thing up, but they just drop it pre-built and you can recognize the structure there if you're a LEGO fan. Ultimately, this is just some add-on content for Forza Horizon 4. It does not convert the entire thing into a LEGO game. It is not a fully immersive LEGO experience. Not everything you will encounter is fully LEGO-ified, but enough of it is to make it fun. And when you recognize things on the side of the road, when things are made of LEGO that really don't need to be, and you can crash through them, or you can bounce off them. It's cool. And there is a lot of content here in this DLC pack. It is compatible or comparable in that way to other DLCs that they've done in the past. I have played Forza Horizon 3 previously and did a couple of the DLCs for that. Very much enjoyed the Hot Wheels one in particular, which gave similarly a huge extra map with all these additional tracks and events, and it was themed like this. The only thing I truly find to be bad or wrong with the Speed Champions add-on in particular is the number of cars. Only having 3 new cars added that are LEGO specific, that are actual replicas of LEGO Speed Champions vehicles. That's a big letdown to me. On the flip side of that, the cars are very accurate in their depictions in the game, and they drive really well. They drive much, much better than I would have expected. They are not dumbed down at all. They're actually souped up by default. I've only played one session. I didn't track my total amount of time, but I had quite a lot of fun and got a lot done in that time, and I will continue to play in the future. Let me know if you have any questions about my experience so far, and if you want to see more content of me playing and giving my thoughts about this DLC in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you again soon.